Now, in Nigeria, we have my colleague Kayla Megwa, senior journalist with State Channels TV, joining us live with the latest.
Yes, I can hear you.
Ah, there you are. Good to speak to you one more time. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I'm actually at the Catholic Pro Cathedral, where they just had a skeletal service for Good Friday. Well, it wasn't really a service. What they did was they were streaming it live, and we happened to be in the church premises while they were streaming live because people are not congregated at this point in time.
Let's start from there. How have the religious community adhered to the restrictions during this lockdown? It's the first time Easter has happened under such circumstances. How have the Christians in Nigeria coped?
It has been really hard. But there's been a lot of compliance from churches and from mosques, you know. I think last Sunday was Palm Sunday. So we took our time to go to many churches around the nation's capital and found out that many of them did not congregate in accordance with the lockdown. And today being Good Friday, it's actually a very solemn and sad situation right now because this is one of those celebrations in Catholic Church where it's a lot of people and there's a lot of hugging, and today you're supposed to kiss the cross, you're supposed to do all of that. None of that happened today. None of that happened. Well, the service was very small. Just a few church staff, to ensure that the live stream was done properly. And then there was also the fact that there was touching, social distancing was adhered to even by the 22 I counted, 22 members of staff right here at the church. So yes, it has been hard on the Christian faithful, but the adherence and the compliance level has been high.
Tell us about this Nigerian actress who violated the lockdown directives. What's that about?
Yes, this was, I talked to your colleague about this the last time. Her name is Funke Akindele, and what had happened was she was the face of the CDC campaign against coronavirus, telling people to stay at home, to do what is right. And her husband's birthday came up, and they had a party at the house. Oh. And unfortunately, while the party was going on, they took their time to film themselves, and they put it online, not knowing that it was going to come such a backlash. So Nigerians were the ones who raised their voices against and said, look, you cannot tell people to maintain social distancing and stay at home, and then you are having parties and having people in your house. She tried to explain, right? She tried to explain that these are people who are living with them. These are people who were stranded in Lagos due to the lockdown and couldn't go back to their homes and whatnot. So she tried to explain all of that, but it was a little too late. She was charged for fined 100,000 naira, herself and her husband, and given 14 days community service. So that's what's going on for her.
Right. Does she remain an ambassador?
Interestingly, her videos have been moved to the website. That's the first thing we noticed. Her videos have been, the whole word as far as she has been moved as an ambassador yet. Have been moved by the NCPC.
Right. How is the economy bearing up? What sort of interventions has the Nigerian government put in place for those who are worst affected by this pandemic?
Yes, this is an ongoing conversation, and there's many things that are being discussed right now. One of the major things is the fact that 20,000 naira, this one has been done, it's ongoing. 20,000 naira being given to the poorest of. We have something in Nigeria called the National Social Register, where the poorest of the poor have been registered for years. So there's a 20,000 naira cash transfer being done there. There's also talk about money is supposed to be distributed to other people in the country. That is still being discussed. There's also so many ministers and people who are wealthy in Nigeria giving money. There's so much money. The question is, will this money be distributed the right way? Not the right way. Will the people who need it get it? So that's an ongoing conversation. But yes, as regards palliatives, there are palliatives being suggested by the government. We're watching to see how the disbursement is done.
Right. So at this point, how is the healthcare system bearing up? Under the pressure of this disease. What are your numbers looking like, first of all, and is your healthcare system bearing up?
I was just going to give you the numbers. I have 288 confirmed cases as of right now. 51 have been discharged. Because everyone
great.
That beating this disease. We have to know that we're beating it. 51 people have been discharged. 7 people have died so far, and that is a cause. But the epicenter is still linked to the hotline of the state. The nation's capital, which is where I'm at right now, Abuja, has 54. And then we have Osun with 20 cases, Edo with 12, Oyo with 11, and then spread across other states. But that's the situation right now. Now, one of the major things going on with the health sector is that we know where we are. We understand what the challenges are with the health sector in Nigeria. In fact, yesterday, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation was talking about how deplorable the health sector is in Nigeria. So prevention, in many cases, is better than cure in Nigeria. So everything is done to make sure that people do the right thing. Lockdown was a lot tighter today, and maybe it's because we have been complaints that the security agents have been very lenient to people who have moved around. But today is a total lockdown. And we'll watch to see how the Easter holidays will go, because prevention really is better than cure in that situation.
Kayla, once again, always a pleasure to touch base with you. We appreciate your time, and we will certainly do this again.